Work out your salvation in life. Work it out. Make sure it affects everything. Don't leave it in some salvation category. And then he says this, all right? If you got a pen or your thumb on your phone, 2 words. Love these words. Let these words, like, just open your heart up right now to what these words are going to do, all right? This totally messes us up. With fear and trembling. So here's what we need to do. Because most of us in our Western context have a vision and a view of God that we have shriveled him down to something we can understand. All right, post-Enlightenment, all right, Foucault and all these thinkers and Immanuel Kant, and we think logic, we think reason, we think we're Western, and so we've taken God, who when you read the scriptures has like this, man, is he really that jacked up? And we've shriveled him down and made him so he's understandable. We've done our best to do that, right? We've taken a God who it's like, man, but read the stories. See, what we've done in the Western world is we've presented to people, listen, an idea of God where he's not to be feared. He's your friend. He's your friend. You don't have to fear him. You don't have to tremble. Don't worry about it. You can pet him. He's not a lion, he's a kitten. And you can just cut his nails and you can pet him, and he has a litter box, and he's really safe. He's really safe. He's not wild. So there's nothing to fear. Don't worry about it, friend across the coffee table. Don't worry about it. Oh, I know you read that text that seems really weird, but let me just explain it in a 10-minute thing where I'm distracting you and trying to show why God's not really like that. And he goes, yeah, but dude, there's wrath and there's hell and there's these weird passages and there's all these things I don't understand. And here's the mistake we make. Here's what Paul just said. We try to explain him and get no one to fear him because we think that's when people are going to become Christians. He just said the opposite. Don't do that. Let them be afraid. We should all be afraid. What we're talking about is a God who with precision will kill his own son. We're talking about a God who you read 1st, 2nd Samuel, they're carrying the tabernacle around. Right? Those guys in the tabernacle falls off the thing, and there's that guy standing there, and he's like, oh, this looks like a good deed. I'll catch the tabernacle. The presence of God is in this box. He might want to be caught instead of spilling out all over the place. Catches the tabernacle. What does God do to him? Kills him. You read the Noah story. That's a difficult one to read my kids. They like rainbows. They like animals. They like boats. I try to distract them with those details. The little detail that they keep bringing up, though, is, sorry, he killed everybody? How did he do it, though, Daddy? He drowned them all. Everyone. Women? Yep. Children? Especially. No, I'm just kidding. That's awful. We'll have to edit that out. How do you even deal? How do you even deal with a God like that? How do you even deal with a God like that who will kill, who will destroy, who will kill the firstborn in Egypt, who will kill all the firstborn in Egypt? He just kills them all these innocent children. Just kills them all. And Romans 9 gets us even more messed up because it says the reason he did it was to show his glory. Couldn't you have done it in another way? But here's the mistake we make. We try to explain away every passage and try to make it rational and reasonable and understandable and so everyone can swallow it. And he just went, don't, man. Retain the mystery. Because people, listen, the guy across the coffee table, he wants something transcendent that he can't quite figure out. That's what he wants. He doesn't want you in the form of God. Because that's what you're giving him. You're giving him all your opinion, all your thoughts, all your ideas, and you're framing it so that he's like, oh, so we're just talking about basically me. God shares all of my opinions, all my ideas. There's nothing that jars me. There's nothing that staggers me. There's nothing that makes me stand up and go, holy smokes, this is a God that will kill like that and move people like that and send his own son to suffer and die. What kind of God are we dealing with here? We need to stop apologizing for God and let God be God. Fear and trembling, man. That's how we're supposed to feel. Let me tell you what it does in the context of evangelism or in the context of being a missional people. Here's the best way I could illustrate it. If people are going along in their life and all they get pitched is some shriveled down, safe, you think of those lyrics to Amazing Grace. One of those lyrics is, "'Twas grace that taught my heart to" what? Fear. We don't even think about, what am I singing? What am I afraid of? 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear. It's because when you start to understand him